Good day everyone, this is Junaid Khan. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Finally, a breathe from Immigration Canada. After all of these changes happen in 2024, even if it's a study permit application or a visit visa application, express entry, PNP, there are huge cuts in the PNP application, the express entry quotas, the study permit quotas have been shrinked down a little bit. Express entries being facing some delays. But after all of these changes, a new program is set to launch on March 31st, which is basically home care provider program. Now, this is not something absolutely new. Canada has been putting this plan into the place, and then they have been running this program, but it's always been a pilot program, and this time it is a pilot program as well. So what is the pilot program? Pilot program means they are going to run this program until the demand has been reached, until they have the certain amount of people come into the Canada and work on these sectors, and as soon as the application, the gaps filled up, they are going to close it. The good news about this home care service provider program is that this time the program is going to be towards the permanent residency, not actually towards the permanent residency, but the person who actually got nominated or coming into the Canada within this program, they are going to get a permanent residency upon arrival. This is huge. This is massive. Like before, Canada has run this program multiple times for the home care service provider, people who are actually can provide services at home or the elderly homes or in any organization or a private services, but it has never been a permanent residency program. This time they are providing a permanent residency upon arrival. So this is basically a good change and a good news for everybody who is basically in this field and wanted to become a permanent resident based on this program. Now, all of the application processes, the eligibility criteria and everything are going to be announced after 31st of March, or actually 31st of March. So I have heard a lot of news, like videos on social media. People have been asking, sending me videos, tell me about that program and all that, and I have seen multiple description on the videos. I have seen multiple videos there. People are talking about you're required to do this and that, and this is easy and this is going to be very tough. But honestly speaking, the actual information, the right information, which is going to be from IRCC, will be announced on 31st of March, no before that. So according to what information I have, it is not going to be very difficult to get into this program, and it is going to be, it could be anybody basically. So first, let's talk about who are the people in Canada are actually required of these people. So let's say if somebody needs help, at home with their babies or babysitters and stuff, or people having their parents, elderly parents who are actually need care, they can bring in some of the people from back home or any country they want to. Now, on top of that, other than the private employers, they are going to be elderly homes who are actually been running in Canada, or there are going to be some other organizations as well, which can actually require these people or this help from outside Canada. Now, the eligibility criteria for the employers in Canada are going to be announced later on, and the eligibility criteria for the people who wish to apply in this program are going to be mentioned on 31st of March 2025 as well. As far as I know, IELTS, the English proficiency, is going to be the requirement. The equivalency of the high school, well, they're not going to require a 4-year bachelor degree or a master's degree in this program. So people would only have an equivalency of Canadian high school would be okay at that point. So if you do have a degree right now in support worker or child home care or early childhood education and stuff like that, if you have done something like that in your education, this is the time to actually apply for VES, like from World Education Service, or get your degrees or education evaluated right now, so that when the programs gets open, you guys have the perfect chance to apply right away. Definitely English proficiency is going to be there, so if you want to prepare for your IELTS and some other courses which are eligible to apply for Canadian immigration, you can actually work on that as well. This is going to be good. How long is that going to be open for? I have no idea for now, but I know for sure this is going to be a pilot program. That means whenever the gaps are filled, whenever the required amount of people are actually getting to Canada, they are going to close this program. As far as I know, people in Canada who actually need support worker or home care people, you know, they can call in their relatives, and they can call in some people who are actually willing to support them and actually have this sort of education and English proficiency as well. There are some videos I've been watching, like, you know, people are talking about, you know, this is the time to call your brothers and sisters and siblings and bring all your family in. This program is going to launch, and you can bring anybody you want to. Trust me, you know, people need to be careful listening to these videos. I know this gives us a lot of energy. Oh, I'm going to Canada, like this is going to be a very easy program. It's not going to be like that. You know, you have to understand what's going on in the immigration. You cannot really forget about the changes happened you know, in the past year, and because of the misrepresentations, because of the falsified documentation, withholding facts, you know, you have to be very careful. So if you are the right person, if you feel like you have the right education, if you feel like you are good in English and fluent in English, yes, you can prepare yourself to get into this program. As soon as it starts, you can basically find an employer, basically a person who needs that support from outside Canada. You can contact them, get into the conversation, you know, get your hours and all the duties which you are supposed to be doing when you get into Canada, and then you can apply for this program. 31st March, I'll be making another video about all the right requirements, and I will show you guys from the Immigration Canada website what are the right requirements you need to have. But definitely, if you have the right amount of education regarding particularly this field, you guys are good, and you guys have to work right now. Get your evaluation done, work on your English proficiency test, and you guys are good to go. Thank you very much.